No time for intros. Let's play. I don't have a lot of time today, guys. Log in. Go, Ikuzo. I might have diabetes, chat. I mean, it's not funny, but I think I have diabetes. I think I killed myself with the, years of ordering fast food. Fat? I mean, not even fat, and I don't even eat sugary stuff, but, I mean, they put sugar in everything. I think I diabetes myself. Who would have thought? Yeah. It is usually bad when this volume of people are complaining. The skill might be too high. See, but I hate this that everybody is saying PoE2 is not hard. It's just tedious. It's not difficult. It's not a skill issue. Like this cope, this is like PoE1 cope, you know? This is like when people were coping that there's no skill in PoE1 for like 10 years straight. And then the gauntlet happens and it's like, oh, when you get slapped in the face by the fact that clearly you are trash and other people are good, suddenly skill exists in the game, you know? And I feel like the same thing is happening in PoE2, man, where people are just like not willing to admit that the problems they're running into are a skill issue. I mean, I partially understand it because, just because there's a skill issue, that doesn't mean that the game can't be significantly improved in like all of the aspects that people are complaining about, right? But to like admit one thing but not admit the other, I don't know. Like, oh yeah, I'm admitting game is trash, but also I will never admit that there's a skill issue here. The game is just tedious, guys. It's just ZDPS. It's like, you gotta be willing to say that you're trash, you know? If you're having problems and other people aren't having problems, there's a skill issue there, you know? I'm about to show you guys some heavy skill issue here, though. Some complaints are valid. I think the majority of complaints are valid, if I'm being for real. Again, don't get me wrong. Like, I still think that much of what people are voicing in terms of like, I just don't enjoy this, I think that's completely valid. It just bothers me when it's paired up with this like, and it's not like it's difficult sentiment. It is too hard for you. Okay? Can it be made better? Yeah. Are there like big issues with the things that GGG is doing? Yeah. But you're also just bad. That's fine. It's fine to say that. You're bad. Okay? You're bad. I'm bad. We're all bad. It's fine. Like, you can't ever say to somebody who's like not having fun in a video game and it's like a big sentiment across the community that like, oh, you're not having fun because you're playing the game wrong. Like there's some of that happening, maybe, like, oh, you could improve your enjoyment if you put in effort. But it's, I think, also on developers to be able to like enable people to recognize those enjoyable playstyles. And I don't think that's happening for PoE2. Like, it shouldn't be on a community member to be like, I'm gonna go, watch a YouTube video to have fun in a video game. I think that's definitely a GGG problem, What's happening? We cool? I don't like that. I mean, most of the streamers would stream something else if they could. If they could? What do you mean? People weren't playing PoE for months. Literally. You're a Siege versus 4K viewers in PoE2. I think he's kind of forced to play it to sustain his income.
It is time for honesty.
Because his build is better than most streaming. Yeah, because that's how streaming works. I love viewers' ideas of like what brings viewership to a streamer, you know?
All I see is a good man.
Quinn is the most popular streamer because he's got the strongest build. You see. He's got the strongest build. That's why he's so popular. Quinn's builds are the strongest.
The beast has grown too powerful.
The build was why we watched streamers. We never watched this guy. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What the f?
From burning sand.
I make good builds always. Hello? It's the personality that's lacking.
I'm not ready.
You're watching Step Brothers? That didn't hold up? Step Brothers. Dude, I am forever tainted by porn with the step anything. It is crazy. It's crazy. I went on Pornhub the other day. Like the whole front page was step bro this, step bro that. I don't get this fetish. Is this like a America thing? I really don't get it. I don't really watch a whole lot of porn, so I don't keep up with it. But I remember it was pretty bad before. But now it was like the whole front page was that. I don't get the point. I feel like this is like some incel bait or something, you know? It works for the incels. It's gotta be super effective. You don't keep up with the porn meta? I mean, has anything changed? I feel like the last 10 years of porn meta is just incel, not incel, but the stepbro shit. Still got that Manscape contract? I don't. I am still using the all of it. Only the boxers were shit. The boxers were like, they were like long boxers, like really long, like longer than shorts. I don't really understand the point of it. They were pretty uncomfortable. But everything else was nice. The ball deodorant goes hard. I never really used that. I mean, I tried it, but I don't know. My balls don't really get stinky, you know? I'm a stinky armpit, but, you know, my junk is doing well. Balls get stinky if you sweat a lot. Not mine, I don't know. My balls have a natural, like, smell to them. And I've heard complaints and I've heard compliments about it. But then my balls don't get stinky outside of that. I don't know. It's like even if I just take a shower, my balls just smell a certain way. Yeah, I've had complaints and I've had compliments about it. It's like a woman attracting thing, you know? You're an old man, you can air out since they are next to your knees. My balls have always been tremendous, okay? What a terrible day to have ears. Listen, how will you go another day without knowing how my balls smell like? Life's too short to not know about my balls. This is a butt doctor that said your balls smell nice. Yeah. When my wife complains about the butt doctor, he was like, hell yeah, brother. Those are some good smelling balls right there. I've never smelled balls like this. Imagine you're at the doctor, you have a finger up your ass, and the guy says, your balls smell nice. That's, I would not. Yeah. You're allowed to sniff. And the guy puts the finger up your ass, and then you just hear behind you. What do? How do you even get out of that situation? Do you stay unhealthy for the rest of your life? I mean, you gotta check your prostate, man. Come on. You get to that age. I don't even remember why I did. I did it when I was pretty young. I must have had some malfunction. But I don't remember what it was. I just remember going to the doc. It was when I was in Austria. So I was still young. I must have been like 27 or something. 26 maybe even? Anyway, if you have to know, everything was fine. Dude, do you guys think that Jonathan should do the same with PoE2? Just scrape this bitch, go again? Imagine if they actually, holy. I mean, honestly, that's kind of what I was thinking that these updates are gonna be when the initial response to PoE2 happened. that they're not gonna be like PoE1 updates, but instead like actually you're just redoing the whole thing. But instead we're having like the PoE1 approach to development. Those updates make me depressed. Truly PoE 1.5. Must be enjoying PoE2 though. It has a lot of players to stay on release for a long time. I mean, I think the people who are like dooming super hard about PoE2 are people who are concerned about like the longevity of the game. And the people who are enjoying PoE2 right now, I think are people who, you know, are tourists a lot of the time. I'm sure there's people who care about longevity, but like there were people who cared about longevity in like Diablo 3 and Diablo 4 and gave the worst possible humanly advice ever, you know? I think most of the time people think that they're going to be playing a game for the rest of their life, but in reality 99.9% of people quit, you know, that year. And it's kind of a weird thing to happen for a game that's supposed to be developed forever, like PoE1 or PoE2. But I don't know. I don't quite know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. In terms of feedback, I think everybody just wants like a good game, right? But yeah, a lot of the feedback has been conflicting. I mean, I'm just thinking like in its current state, or not in its current state, but in its current direction, will this game have the longevity and the replayability of PoE1, where GGG will like justifiably be able to grow the game, right? Because PoE1 stagnated, and the point of PoE2 was so that it grows. And I think PoE2 can be very enjoyable right now. I think the updates might be meaningful for different playstyles for people, but does it go beyond that? I don't know. People are so dramatic. I don't know if it's being dramatic. I think people just care, right? This is something that people are very passionate about. Thank God Elon Musk tested this boss for me, so I know which dangerous ability to avoid. This one. Who do you think is worse at PoE2, Elon Musk or Forsen? I mean, it's Elon Musk. Elon has genuinely played this game, I think, for like 15 minutes. Like, I don't know. It's hard for me. You know, I've had some IRL friends ask me about that. Like, the Elon Musk PoE meme. And it's like so hard to even explain to them. Because people were like, was he really... Like, is it 100% that he was cheating? Was it 100% that it's not his account? Like, are you... Is it certain? Are you sure? And it's like, I don't understand. How do I explain this? It's like a... I don't know. I was comparing it to, imagine if you're like a super... If you're like an architect and you've done it for 30 years and you've designed houses and like you're an engineer, and the amount of effort and time that it takes to learn those things. And then like the other guy is like some dude from the street that's like 4 years old. You know, like that's how clear it is. Like that's the disparity of cluelessness, and how obvious it is that he's just never played the game in his life. And it's like I just, it's like incomprehensible, because people just don't understand the effort that goes into a game like PoE, the amount of understanding that these things require, and what makes it so disgustingly obvious how much of a f***ing lying bastard Elon Musk is, you know? It's like, I don't want to over-exaggerate it so that it's believable, but at the same time, it's literally that degree of just, like, I don't know. It's like a f***ing 4-year-old walking into a surgery and pretending that he's know what he's doing, trying to, like, operate on somebody's brain. I don't know. Elon is beating the fake Gamer allegations. Wait, are they actually doing this on, like, purpose? Oh my god, dude, what am I looking at? Is he actually posting videos like this? Still? Pretending? I mean, seriously. This is the hill that you're gonna die on? Lying about the most obvious thing ever? I mean, I don't know. Unmute the vid? It was unmuted. That's crazy to me. It's genuinely like if I were to say that I'm like a spine surgeon, and then everybody would be like, no, you're not. And then I would post a video of playing that doctor game where you're like trying to pull out the things. The amount of time that I was spending reading Reddit and like writing down comments and figuring out community perception about things and trying to find ways of improving the game and discussing these things on Bay class and everything. And at the time it was really fun for me, but it was also really taxing emotionally, because the only feedback that you ever got back from the community based off of something like that was either an increase in viewership, which to a certain extent like indicates that you're understanding things, but then the vocal feedback is always just like people calling you a retard 100 times a day, you know? And like I cared so much, and I was so invested in like trying to contribute to PoE to be the best game ever, and like trying to contribute to the community and everything. And again, all that was ever met with was just like the opposite. And every time I really cared about like, I don't know, people understanding a certain perspective or whatever, it would be met with like the absolute opposite. Like I would go, oh, I really care about this, I'm gonna do these things, and then people's response would be like, oh, he really doesn't give a fuck. And it's like, it really shows how vocal minority can really f your brain. So when you really cared about these things, it really ended up with me. So I think in a lot of ways, it's kind of sad how dispassionate community figures are now. But at the same time, it's so much healthier. And maybe it's, you know, maybe it's also beneficial as far as like growth for the game too. I don't know. To be honest, I'm thankful for the opportunity that something like that even happened, like this mentality change. Because most other games never had an opportunity for that, you know? Most other games just die a natural death because of stupid developers. And that never really happened to PoE, you know? Basically, nowadays, you don't find PoE fun. I mean, for me, it's a little bit different, because when I don't find PoE fun, and when I don't find streaming fun, I don't stream. Which is why I haven't streamed for 3 months. And when I do, like now, I do stream, which is why I'm streaming, right? But that's just because, I don't know, I'm kind of YOLOing my life right now. Technically, you know, I should be streaming. It's still my job. And when I don't stream, I don't earn money. And I kind of killed my stream by not streaming. But at the same time, I don't know. I was always passionate about streaming. And I stopped being passionate about streaming. And I feel like these breaks, they do a lot for that. So is it like smart to not stream? No, it's really dumb. But I'll worry about, you know, the financial issue when I get there. I guess. If it happens. I don't know, we'll see. You'll recharge physiologically? Kinda. I mean, I wasn't gonna stream, to be honest. Like, I wasn't gonna play this PoE League, and I wasn't gonna stream. I just woke up the day off, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's gonna be fun. And I turned on the stream, and here we are. But when I was, like, thinking about it, like, hey, am I ready to stream? Am I ready to, like, do all these things? Did I really, like, recover in the way that I want? I was thinking no. So, I don't know. All I'm saying is, you know, use your Twitch Prime if you feel like it. Get some cool emotes, use them on Twitch. But if you're, like, one of those dudes who's like, I'm gonna make an investment by subscribing to Raiz or something, I might not be here next month, okay? That's all I'm saying. We'll see. treat me as a retired streamer, effectively. Okay? I think is how this is gonna go. I don't want to promise you guys things and think... So many times, I'm thinking like, oh shit, streaming's really fun. I'm really liking this. And then I wake up the next day and I go on a, you know, month-long break. And it's like, and then I like beat myself up for the entire month that I'm not streaming. I don't want that anymore. I don't know. I'll stream when I feel like streaming and I won't stream when I don't feel like streaming. If you're okay with that, stick around. If you're not okay with that, and you know, you're gonna like hate me because you think I'm disrespecting you by doing so, that's fine too. I'm sorry you feel that way, but yeah, I don't know. That's just how my brain works. Alright? All the people that thought like, oh, he's trying to lie to us or whatever, I don't know. I mean, I'm just doing the things that I feel like doing, and I'm gonna stick with it for now.
Just resubscribed for 8 months.
That's all I'm telling you. Thanks for the primes. You don't know us anything. I mean, I do. That's the big problem. I don't know. I don't really want to think about these things, to be honest. But like, it's so weird because I really do feel like I owe people, but at the same time, I don't know. My streaming brain just doesn't work like other people's brains. My existence brain, this whole like live to work thing and all these things, I'm just not like that. I don't know. So in a way, I owe you guys for sure, because thanks to you, I'm in a situation where I can afford to do things the way that I want to do things. You know? If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be able to do that. But on the other hand, I can't ever allow that to like hold me captive and make me unhappy, because I feel like I owe people things. So now I'm gonna just feel like shit and force myself to do things for, you know, months at a time. I don't know. It's a weird situation. It's really... Listen, I wish that, you know, my brain was simple and I just wake up at 6 a.m. every day and have a good night's sleep and turn on the stream for 6 hours, and then, you know, spend the rest of the day with my wife and be a happy boy and do that for the rest of my life. I wish it worked like that, but it doesn't. I thought that I can make it work like that, but it's pretty clear at this point that I can't. Gotta get up early to commute tomorrow. I mean, when I'm streaming, I find that getting up earlier makes me feel less like my day got deleted. I don't know. Like, today is just going to pass, and I don't know where my hours went. I don't know what I've been doing. I've been here for 7 hours. I don't know how that happened. I have no idea what happened today. It's like, you guys have been watching Severance? It's like I'm a innie from Severance, but I'm actually the Audi. Your Audi is a PoE2 racer? No, because then other people would think that I'm actually good. You know?
This place reeks of death.
Your balls smell nice.